All right, so the first thing I want to demonstrate in Unity is using the tag system. So let's say I have a script that is just tag video demo. It doesn't have anything yet. And let's say in this script I want to reference a tag and check if an object that enters a trigger is equal to that or has that tag. So I would do something like serialized field private string tag, and then on trigger enter I can say if other.compare tag, then I will just do a log, but I could do whatever I want. Trigger entered. Okay. Then if I want to give this a default value, I would just type in a string here. So let's say I type in player. Now, back in the editor, I'm going to create an object, tag test, and put that script on it. And you can see I have a text box to enter the player tag. And this will all work fine. But if I was, for example, to misspell player, then I wouldn't have any warning about that this was wrong, because this is just a string variable. It can hold any string. And I'm not going to know this is wrong until I run the game and actually run that compare tag method and see that Unity says, no, that's not a valid tag. An additional problem is that, say I wanted to allow multiple tags to enter this trigger, what I'd have to do in that case is add a tag array, and let's just remove the default value. And then I'd have to loop through that array down here to check every tag in it individually. So that's just not going to be super nice. One way I can make this way better, however, using the library, is to use a new type of field called a TagMask. So I'm just going to change that string to a TagMask. When I compare tag, I have to also change this call to compare TagMask. Now, if I want to still give this a default value, I can say equals TagMask.playerMask. So now I'm not typing a string in here at all. I'm just assigning a value from a constant in code. And back in Unity, once this compiles, you can see that that player tag is used, and we have this nice little drop down. If you've ever used the layer mask functionality in Unity, this is basically exactly the same. So I can select multiple tags if I want. I can select no tags. I can select all the tags. It's just a mask like layer mask. Now, in here, you can see that even if I have multiple tags selected, this one call to compare tag mask is going to handle all the tags that I've selected. So that's one easy way you can just support multiple tags in something like this without writing any extra code. But let's say that I have custom tags in my project. So if I go to my project settings, tags and layers, I already have a couple tags here, but let's say I want to add a new one. I'm going to add a tag for a boss. And it's going to give me this pop-up. It says, do you want to generate a gametag.cs file? I'm going to click OK here. And that's going to generate a script in my project. If I had not clicked OK there and I wanted to get back to that point, or if for whatever reason that didn't show up, all I need to do is the Infohazard generate update gametag.cs, and that's going to basically just do the same thing, show the same pop-up that came up when I added a new tag. Let's go back to full screen. So now I have my new tag added, and I can select this here if I want to. So that is automatically added once I've generated that script. Also, if I want to have it as a default or reference it in code somewhere, I can say gametag.bossmask. So basically, any custom tags I can reference in this gametag script, because this script is generated in my project. That's under this generated Infohazard.Core data folder. Okay, so and then since these are two different, you can see that like this is using the gametag script class, whereas this is using TagMask. I can also use gametag for all of them if I just want to be consistent, because gametag as you can see, actually has all of the different tags in it, including default ones. It also has string constants, so if you want to just use a string constant without having to type the string, you can use that too. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for the tag system. I hope you see you next time, where we'll talk about the expandable attribute.